Hello everyone, my name is Wilson and I'm turning 11. I am in grade 6 at Shanghai Secondary School. And our lesson today is wagons. Now let's start. Are you ready? Okay. Uh, a wagon is kind of a tool for us to travel things, for travel materials at the uh, at construction workers construction sites. There are some wagons people use to transfer materials, and this teacher don't have a wagon. She used a rope and a truck which have a bed, so it is kind of like a wagon. And this will simulation the wagon, and I will put some load of objects on the wagon, and I will pull. And when you pull two sides, he like this is the wagon. When you pull this and you also pull this is unbalanced force. And when an unbalanced force come, it actually come in a pairs. So when is it in pairs, it's not moving. It's just one stay at uh, one place. Okay, wait. Okay, and you are pushing something. Is there a force that you're pushing right back of it? And that is balance force, and is kind of just one force that force the object, not two force, like the wagon I said. And do you know why we can dancing, jumping? Yeah, these things we can do is because of force by the earth and force back towards to me. So we are actually standing by gravity, and gravity is also a kind of force. Look at this truck, and I will put a rhino to pull this wagon. And when I have a wagon, I pull, but another hand was here. This is called unbalanced force that I have mentioned before. And it isn't moving, right? And now when I put my hands away, the rhino can pull the truck because it has a force called pull, and it is called balance force that I have mentioned at the first of the lesson. So why can the wagon move? Because the rhino has more force, so he is able to pull the wagon. And if I put my hands on the truck, it means there is another force pushing back the rhino. So if there are two forces, the thing can move. But if there is one force, that thing can move. So let's look. What is this? What is this kind of force? Is it unbalanced or balance? That's right, it's a balanced force. Okay, now we will answer the question if you understand my question. Listen, balance first. Eva puts a wagon, but it pulls back on her with the same amount of force. What will the wagon do? It's kind of like unbalanced forces. So it cannot move. So it will hold still. Eva pulls harder on the wagon until her force is greater than the force of the wagon pulling back on her. What will the wagon do? When we have more forces than the object, we can move. So it is move forward. Alice is pushing a rock, but it don't move. It don't move means the force isn't strong enough to push the object. So, big C, the rock is pushing back on Alice with the same amount of force that she is using. Tia is pulling a log across a yard. Why can she move the log? When this girl can move the rock, is the log. This means that she has greater force than the log has. So C, Taya's force is greater than the force of the log pulling back on her. Tony is pushing a shopping cart. Why can't he move the cart? Like I said, if we can move, the force of the person is greater. So we see again, Tony's force is greater than the force of the cart pushing back on him. Billy is pushing a crate across the yard. Why can he move the crate? Of course, it's B, because Billy's force is when is greater, and if the force is greater, it can move. Last question. Cole is pushing a car, but it won't move. Why can't he move the car? Because the car is pushing back on Cole with the same amount of force he pushed in. Bye everyone. See you next time. Bye bye.